Hey everyone. So for today's Take Care of Yourself Tuesday, we are going to be making neurographic art. So if you've never heard of this, that is okay. I'm going to show you. And you really don't need that many things. Really, all you need is a piece of paper. I've taped mine down just to help keep it in one place so it doesn't move around, but then also so I can kind of have this nice border around it when I'm finished. And then you'll need a couple other things. So you'll need a marker, like a Sharpie or a pen that can make a just like dark line. So that's one. And then if you'd like some other things, you don't have to use color, but if you want to add some color to your art, you can also grab some colored pencils or watercolors or anything like that. So neurographic art is a pretty new concept. It was developed by Pavel Piskarev in 2014, so it's really not that old. But the idea is that you are transforming fear and chaos into something calming and peaceful. So the first step would actually be to write something on the back of your paper. So answering yourself with the question of what is your current challenge? So you can write a word, you can write a statement on the back of your paper. So like for me, like I am about to graduate, so mine is going to be about job hunting. So you can't see that on the paper just yet, but that's the first step, is writing on the back of your paper. Then what you're going to do is you're going to get your dark line making material. So for me, that's this pen. It's kind of like a Sharpie. And what you're going to do is you're just going to focus on your challenge for 3 long seconds and just scribble. Okay, so just focusing on your problem. You're just going to scribble. And one thing to make sure of is to go to the edges of your paper. So that's kind of where the tape helps a little bit too. So once you've had your first initial scribbles, what you're going to do is you're going to round out all of the corners. So any place where you see a corner, you're just going to round it out. So like right there. And what you might find while you're doing this is just that you become very focused. Maybe you even go into this kind of meditative state. And really that's the goal, is just to focus on something else that'll help you feel a little bit more calm and maybe even take away some of that worry. So anywhere where you see those corners, they usually happen in these intersections. You're just going to round them out. I'm going to make my lines a little bit darker too. A lot right there. And so this might take you a little bit of time, and that is okay. All right, I'm still going through this. This is really nice and relaxing to do. So if you're kind of following along with this video, feel free to stop it like I did, just to go back in as you're filling in and rounding out all these corners. And you'll see, like, you can just keep finding them. They're just so small. And you'll notice that it almost starts to take on kind of like that neuron looking shape, if you remember from like science class, which is one of the areas where it gets its name. So once all of your lines, you've found out where all of those corners are and rounded them all out, the last thing that you're gonna do is we've got a couple things. You can add more lines if you wish, just to kind of enhance your photo. You can even use things like cups to, if you want to make like circles, and use them to trace on there. But really what you're just gonna do is just maybe add a few more lines, and they can be like wherever you want. Just make sure again that your lines go to the edge of the paper, and then go back in again and round out those corners again, anywhere where those intersections happen. It almost kind of looks like those kind of butterfly shapes also, like a pattern. Again, we're just rounding out these corners. So on your second time of adding lines, you probably won't have as many. You'll be able to spot them a little bit easier maybe. And once you feel like you've found all of those corners, what you can do is, you can leave your photo or picture like it is if you like the way it looks. If you want to add color, it can be a great way just to enhance your photo or your picture. So I think I've got all of my corners rounded. I add one more right here, I think I see. And who knows, maybe I'll find another one along the way. So after you round out your corners, I'm gonna use colored pencils, but if you use watercolors, that can also be something else that's just looks really nice, and you can make it, again, whatever you want it to be. You can stick with a color palette. You can, go over your colors again in different ways. It is yours, so you can make it into whatever you want it to be. So I'm gonna pause my video again, and I'll let you guys see the finished product here in just a few minutes. But just keep enjoying this time that you have just to take out of the day, just for yourself, just to have a mindful moment, maybe a calm moment that you might not get otherwise. All right, and I am almost done with my artwork. Just filling in my colors with these last couple spots. And there you have it, Neurographic art. So the last final thing that you can do if you taped yours down, you can carefully pull up that tape. I just use masking tape. And you can kind of see that it's got this nice border on it now. taking care of yourself this Tuesday. And that is my tip for next neurographic art. So here's mine. All right. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time. Bye, Panthers.